Great evening, great evening, great evening, great evening. Hey, folks. Hey, superstars. This is Wesley Billion-Dollar Virgin here. Okay. Jump on the line here. Welcome. Welcome to another Millionaire Midnight Rant where I'm your host, Wesley Billion-Dollar Virgin here, straight from Houston, Texas here. And it is 12:19 a.m. in the morning here. And tonight, we're going to talk about something that's a bit controversial. Okay, we're going to talk about success, of course. We're going to talk about how to get you to the place of happiness, ecstasy, and prosperity here. But I'm going to talk about a topic that's a little bit different, but it will help you as it has myself achieve my desires faster here. And I'm going to give it to you. Okay. So I'm going to wait for you guys to jump in here. Hey, what's going on, folks? Hey, how are you doing? Good night, good night. Great morning, great evening here. You're probably in your car. You're probably in your bed right now. Not sure, probably at your job that you're looking to leave here. So go ahead and leave a comment below and say, hello, Wes. You can always smash the like button. If you listen to the replay, hey, I hear you as well. Pay attention here. If you don't know who I am, I'm Wesley Billion-Dollar Virgin. I am a young black kid from Houston, Texas. Grew up on the South Side. Grew up pretty broke. Basically, I grew up in the hood, and just like most of you, I had problems. Okay, financial problems. And I was sick and tired. And let me know if you can relate. I was just sick and tired of watching other people win. Okay. Hey, Ukraine, what's going on? Stick in there. Prayers to Ukraine. Much love. I was just sick and tired of being average. And listen, maybe you'll be able to relate to this. When you grow up, depending on how you grew up with your parents or the lack of parents, you think what you're going through is normal, right? I remember we didn't have enough money that we had to eat breakfast for dinner many times. And this is the reason why I like breakfast today. It's because we couldn't really afford, different type of meals. Breakfast is a very inexpensive meal. And, you never think that you're poor, right? You never really think that you don't have money. You never think about that you're struggling. Some of you, I'm pretty sure you probably slept on air mattresses growing up, slept on the floor. Some of you, maybe your parents was always complaining about money growing up, right? Maybe you're the child that didn't have the nice clothes like me, didn't have the nice shoes, going to school and being teased. But listen, we think that's normal, okay? And most of us, we grew up that way. But me, and I'm pretty sure you can relate to this, is I was just sick and tired of being sick and tired. I was sick and tired of watching people win financially. I was sick and tired of watching my friends take vacations, and I didn't. Growing up, I never took a vacation with my parents because we didn't have the money to do so. Never been outside the state growing up on the south side of Houston, Texas, right? Believe it or not, never been to the movies. I know that sounds crazy, right? Even in my household, I've never been to the movies. When I was staying in Houston, Texas, on the south side here on Sunnyside area, never been to the movies because my parents wouldn't allow it. There's many things that we couldn't do. We were like in a bubble. And I just wanted something different. And listen, I understand where all of you are right now. Okay? Every man, every woman that's listening to this live right now, that you're in the position right now, whether you're younger or you're older, but you just want more. Does that make sense? We do. We want more. We have a desire. And that desire came from seeing somebody else that was doing something different from what you were currently doing. Does that make sense? All right. So, one thing I want you to understand, I'm proud of you because you're on this live. 1, 2, you're open to understanding what you're missing or what you're not doing so you too can be and live this outstanding life as a rich man, as a rich woman, that you deserve it, that you're worthy of it, that you're destined for it. And that's what I'm attempting to persuade you on these rants here. So I'm very transparent. You know, I know sometimes I use politically incorrect language. You know, I might curse a little bit. It's just my emotion. It's just my passion for helping people win financially. Because I think the first thing that every man or woman, especially men, the first thing that you need to figure out in life is your money. It's to have more money than you can spend, more money that can take care of yourself, your family, and the people around you. I truly believe that's the first feat, or it's like the first thing you should attack in life. Your money, your finances. And here tonight, I want to talk about reducing your thoughts and desires. Okay? Now I know what you're thinking. Oh, whoa, Wes, what? Wait. Let me back up. I forgot. I'm sorry. I didn't give you a shout out. I love you. And I want to make sure I give every person that's on this live a shout out. And thank you for liking the video. Thank you for tagging people below. And thank you for all the millions of people that are listening to my audios and listening to my content and videos. I'm so grateful to you and grateful to God that He's given me this opportunity and this platform to do that. Just want to do that if you didn't mind. Put your names below. Hey, Lauren, how are you? Yes, C, how are you, sweetheart? Mai. We have Greg in the building as well. Rihanna. What's going on, Candy Crush? How are you? Make sure, while you guys are getting ready, make sure you have something to write with. Turn the light on. I know some of you in the dark right now. Turn the light on. You're in your room, turn it on. All right, take out a sheet of paper. Write this stuff down. Don't be silly. Don't be stupid, right? Don't listen to information that could change your life and not write it down, right? It's important. All right. Sophia, how are you? Hey, Joshua Wynn, my man, Kareem, Dominique. I love it. Yash, how are you? Angelique, how are you doing? Wow, yeah, Angelique. Wow, I feel so good right now. I really do. And let me tell you why. Because I have you that's on the other side of your phone. You're listening to me. And I feel so excited that people around the world, that some of you I will never meet, but you find time and you have given me your trust to allow me to pour inside of you. And listen, I know a lot of you understand that for you to change, things must change. Like for you to change, you must change your mindset. And by listening to me, at night like this, and I know everything that I talk about, you're not going to understand. I know everything that I speak about, you're not going to believe. But just to listen to me, it's like having a conversation with a multimillionaire, right? Because just by listening, you're absorbing my philosophy. You're absorbing my tonality, the way that I speak, my ideals, my beliefs, my values. So don't think that these conversations, even though they're one-sided, they don't count. They do. Because remember, as people, we are programmed and we are conditioned every day about what we see, what we read, and what we listen to. So it's important for you to be very strategic when you want to play this game called life as a winner. You have two type of people on the planet, winners and losers, period. And I'm not just being derogatory and calling people losers, but losers are the people that feel that life is not fair. Losers are the people that complain about their life, bitch about their life. They always see the glass half full. They're just the people that just like, why life is not working. And winners, well, they're the wealthy people. They can do what they want to do when they want to do. They are the people that usually have the smiles on their faces. They're the people that's walking around the planet as if the world is their cup to drink out of, okay? So let me give you guys a shout out here. Tuned in from California. Okay, much love here. Santiago, how are you? We have Sunshine, Candace, Tony. What's up? Kay, Kasha Martin. Yeah, I remember you. A good time in, what was that, Jamaica or Bahamas? Okay, so, hey Max, how are you? Keisha, okay, gotcha, Prisha. Much love. Candy from Long Beach. What's up, Candy Love? How are you? Luna, we have Bodie for real. And the reason I want to give everybody a shout out, because I want you to know that you're important, right? You know, you're important. You really are. And I want you to feel important. I want you to feel significant. You know, sometimes as people, we forget that everybody's important, right? And I want you to feel that way, because if you feel important, you'll start to act like you are important, okay? So that's why I want to say your name so you know that I see you. I see your comments here. Hey, Goddess, how are you? Andre Gupta, what's going on? Beverly is in the house. Belize, yeah, that was Belize, exactly. I remember you, young lady. I remember we was on those little scooters. Move Life Fades. We have Calamaro. We have Savage in the house. Hey. Okay, so let's talk about, write it down. Listen, to achieve happiness and success faster, to be able to manifest. Now, listen, guys, I'm a manifester. Many of you know that. And manifesting is basically having ideas in your brain, thoughts, and making it physical. That's it. That's what manifestation is. It's basically the transmutation from thoughts to things, right? I had a thought, I wanted a McLaren, I got it. Had a thought, I wanted millions of dollars, I have millions of dollars. I had a thought that I want to travel around the world, I have traveled around the world, right? So I am an expert manifester, okay? And guess what? Listen, I didn't go to school for this. I didn't go to college. I don't have any type of specialized training. I'm self-educated, which means is there's hope for you, that you can do the same thing as well. But what's important is you got to have an open mind. You know, some of you are getting older and you still have this closed off mind. You have to really have an open mind, because you have to consider that for you to change, you have to consider new ideas, okay? You have to consider other types of thinking, even though it's not familiar to you, okay? So tonight we're going to talk about the reduction of thoughts and desires. And I know when I first say that, you might say, what do you mean the reduction, Wesley? Shouldn't we have many desires and many thoughts about the things that we want? No, and yes. Let me tell you why. When you're able to reduce thoughts in your mind, then you reduce the amount of things you stress about. Listen here. You reduce the amount of things that you worry about. Okay? When you reduce your desires, then you are not self-deprecating or beating yourself up of all the things that you're not getting. See, many of you have goals. How many of you have goals written down? Just comment below. Or how many of you have a vision board, right? How many of you say affirmations? Well, I get it. But all the desires that's in your mind is potentially making you feel as if it'll never happen, right? Is everybody with me here? So listen, before I made my millionaire, hey Amanda, how are you? Before I made my million, I started to reduce my thoughts. Now listen, I didn't do this on purpose. Now I'm a little bit more educated, because like I am a voracious reader. I just love reading books, and I love absorbing information about the mind, behavior, people, ideals, metaphysical stuff. Yeah, I love all this stuff, right? But listen, so I realized that what helped me, or what assisted me to reduce my thoughts and desires, was meditation. Because listen, see, a lot of you, every day you want something, right? Many of you want to be financially independent. You want more money. You want love. You want a skinny body. You want You want to feel important. You want happiness. You want millions of dollars. You want to be able to travel the world. You want nice cars. You want nice houses, right? So these are all desires. But the issue is having all these desires, the way that your brain is thinking about it, you're thinking about what you don't have. And at the same time, you're trying to visualize as if you do, but there's still a part of you, listen, that still thinks about it's never going to happen, and it's not happening. So listen, what I realized at the age of like 31, when I began to meditate, what I noticed was I started to reduce the amount of information or thoughts or desires that were in my brain, in my mind, which means I wasn't thinking about all the things I wanted to do. I started to think about, write this down, the one thing. Okay? The one thing. And this is going to be tough because, see, I give you an example. At the same time, a lot of you are motivated towards your success. You want to kick ass and make things happen. But there's another part of you that's like, well, am I doing the right thing? Am I wasting my time? Am I right? Give me an amen below if that doesn't make sense. Right? It's a part of you that's motivated, that's excited about your success and the future of your success. But it's another part of you that says, man, am I doing the right thing? Am I in the right business? Is this the right opportunity? Is this the right man? Is this the right woman for me? Am I doing the right workout? Right? Well, it happens, right? And what you got to realize, that's the unconscious part of you. And that's a thought. But meditation, listen here, allows you to reduce those thoughts. Okay? Write the word down, the one thing. Now, this is going to be very difficult for a lot of you to understand this. Now, I'm explaining this to you in a very practical way. Now, I want you to realize some people in life that are very successful, they don't think about it deeply this way. They do what they do very unconsciously, but I truly believe everybody goes through this process. Because think about it. Think about Kevin Hart. He said he was going to be one of the best comedians on the planet. And then he becomes the best. Kanye West, he says he's going to be one of the best designers on the planet. And he did it. Rick Ross, he has a video saying he was going to be the boss. And he was going to have millions of people buy his music. But what you have to realize that if you look at all these different people and characters, even Kobe Bryant, right? They had the one thing. When you think about Kobe Bryant, what do you think about basketball? When you think about Kevin Hart, comedian. But guess what? Kevin Hart does movies. He has a TV show. He has a Laugh Out Loud network. He has a lot of stuff, different companies. But when you think about him, you think about what? That, comedian. You think about LeBron James. You think about basketball. But he has movies. He sells shoes, right? So you got to figure out what the one thing is for you. And the one thing is the one thing that you're willing to focus on. The one thing is who you're willing to become. See, when you think Wesley Virgin, you think king, you think educator, you think motivator, you think the man that just makes money all the time. Or you think, Wesley Virgin, it's just money. This man is money because that's how I portray my life. I like money and I want money to come in every single second. So that's what you think about. So when I say Wesley $1 billion Virgin, even my name is Wesley Billion. That's money, right? So that's what you think about when you think about Mayweather. You think about money too, right? Could he call himself Money Mayweather? Look at some of these very successful people. But what I want you to understand is, in the beginning, it was like the one thing. It was like the one desire. Floyd Mayweather, his desire was to be the best boxer on the planet. His desire wasn't buying a bunch of cars. Maybe he wanted it, but that wasn't his one passion and desire. His desire wasn't to build all these houses and start the Mayweather boxing franchise. No, it was just boxing. That's it. Boxing. That's it. So the question is, what is your one thing? What is your one thing? This is very tough because many of you, I get it. You want to be rich and you want to have a ton of money. And some of you just don't know if what you're currently doing is going to do that. Okay? Like, is it going to monetize, or can I make money doing this? But what I want you to think about is, how can you reduce your desires in your thoughts? Why? Because when you're able, now listen, this is going to be powerful here. Listen up. When you're able to take one idea and think about it in your mind, for a very prolonged amount of time, well, that thing shows up in your life. Okay, I'm proven. I'm like, listen, for the past 10 years, I'm a meditator. I've been meditating for 10 years. I never miss a day. I meditate 1 to 3 times, sometimes 4 times every single day. It's only 20 minutes per time, but I do it. And I do it because I'm clearing my mind and I'm allowing my intention to find its way to manifest in my reality. Because you got to realize something. Even thought itself is the reason why you feel that you're broke. Like, that's just, many of you, you think you're broke because that's just your perception of your life. You think, well, I can't do anything. I can't buy this, so I'm broke. But what you don't realize, that's a belief, and that's a thought in itself. Some of you believe that you can't leave your job. I just can't. I can't leave my job, Wes. I got babies. Well, that's a thought. That's a belief. Okay? See, meditation allows you, meditation honestly allows you to disconnect yourself from what you call reality. Okay? It allows you, we call this reality hacking, right? Meditation, it disconnects what your perception of reality is. Because everything that's happening in your life, now really think about it. Almost everything in your life right now that's taking place is based off your perception, which means it's based off what the meaning that you're putting on it. Like, some of you say, oh, my life sucks. Some say, well, my life is poor, it's broke, I'm tired, I'm stressed. Well, that's just your opinion. Does that make sense? Like, life is just life. Life is just life, which means it has no meaning until we put a meaning on life. And unfortunately, it perpetuates because people are unaware of what they're doing, what they're saying, and how they're feeling about their life. And then when you turn 20, 30, and 40, and 50 years old, you're like, well, life is like this, and you can't do this, and that's not possible. And I wish I was younger. I wish I was taller. I wish I had a bigger this. And does that make sense? Now we start to define and put all these different meanings on what life is and what the expectations of life is as well. And then we start to think about what is happiness. Well, for me to be happy, everything in my life has to go well. That means my perception that's happening in my mind, it got to match my outside experience. And that's why many of us are on this just downward slope to disappointment. But listen, when you begin to meditate, it is so powerful, because not only are you reducing the thoughts that are in your mind, you start to disconnect some of the meanings that you're putting on your life. Okay? Some of you think life is just so tough. Don't you? Yeah, tag Oprah. I want Oprah to hear this tonight. I believe she will. Some of you believe that your life is so hard. Some of you are in your 20s, you think life is hard. Teenagers, man, my life is so hard. It's so unfair. It's so unfair. I hear this all the time. It's unfair. And you don't realize that you're putting the meaning of your life and saying it's unfair. Some of you take one moment or you take one experience in your life and you tend to generalize it and say, well, this is everything. Well, this happened. I guess that's everything. She just never works out to me. I just don't know what I want to do. Well, I just can't stay focused. You see how we do it? Listen, like what you're saying out of your mouth, you're defining what all these things that are taking place in your life. Well, I'm just not motivated. Well, I'm just a procrastinator. I just can't get myself together. I don't know why I can't be consistent. You see, when we do that, what we don't realize, and it feels so real to us, doesn't it? It feels real. Like some of you truly believe that you're a procrastinator. Some of you truly believe that you're not motivated. Some of you truly believe that you're not smart. Some of you truly believe that you're ugly. Some of you truly believe that life doesn't work out for you. Some of you truly believe that it'll never happen for you the way that it should. Like you truly believe that. And you know that you believe it because how you feel. But I'm here to tell you that you can disconnect all these different feelings and you can disconnect all these different meanings and you can change your reality now. And you can do that by reducing the thoughts and the desires. Now, I know that sounds scary because, we've been taught that we should have many goals and many desires. But listen, have you ever tried to move before? How is that experience? When you're trying to move from one house to the next house, or you move from one apartment to the next apartment, that's a very dreadful experience. No one likes to move, right? It sucks. You got to pack up stuff. You got to throw away stuff. Hope the movers don't break stuff. You got to put stuff in a new place. It sucks. Well, that's what a lot of you are doing when you have all these different desires that you're trying to focus all on at one time. You're like, oh, I want a new car. I want a new house. I want a better boyfriend, a better girlfriend. I want to fly around the world. I want to buy Chanel. I want to buy Birkin. You're like a kid in the candy store. You want everything. Listen, you can get everything, but not right now. Right now, you get the one thing. And you have to determine as an adult, as a human being, what that one thing is. So listen, my one thing was to be the number one marketer on the ClickBank platform. That was just my one thing. Okay. I said, I'm gonna create a product. I'm gonna be the number one. Now listen, yeah, I had other desires and cars and all that, but let me tell you something. I stopped thinking about that stuff. Like I stopped thinking about traveling the world and blah, blah, blah. I just thought about the one thing. I said, I want to be the number one marketer on this platform, bringing in thousands and thousands of sales a day. That's what I want. I want to be the best marketer, not just an okay marketer. I want to be the best that any platform that I enroll in on the internet, I will be number one. Because I knew if I was number one, well, obviously the money going to come, right? I mean, if you number one at anything, the money coming, right? And that's all I was thinking about. I'm going to be honest with you. When I was meditating, and I'm going to teach you guys how to meditate if you want me to, tag the like button here. Listen, when I was 31 years old, I'm meditating, right? And I'm only meditating and thinking about the one thing. That's it. I was thinking about that one thing for 60 days. And see, the great thing about this, it doesn't take a long time to do it once you're doing it right. I never told the story before, but I stopped thinking about the cars. I stopped thinking about traveling the world. Now, listen, I still have vision boards. I still have pictures on the wall of all the things I wanted to do, but I stopped thinking about it consciously. Okay, I wasn't thinking about, oh, I want a Lamborghini today. Oh, I want a Rolls Royce. No. I was just thinking about the one thing because I started to realize through my reading, of course, that the mind, if you're able to take a thought or a desire, one, and put it in the mind, if you organize it properly, which can be achieved through meditation, it comes very quickly. Okay. It really does. It comes fast. And I know this because, man, my life here today, I mean, I can tell you stories that will blow your mind. You wouldn't even believe it. And it's not because I'm smart or I'm a very intelligent guy, which I am. But listen, I just use my mind. I just know how it works. When I'm able to take one thought, okay, one thing, and create that experience in my mind and don't have any other thought that's controversial or that's the opposite of the thing of the thought that I am thinking about, it happens. And guess what? Listen, it can happen to you. You know, some of you are like, well, I don't have the money, Wes. That's a belief. I don't have the time, Wes. That's a belief. I just can't do it with them. I'm watching your videos and I can't figure it out. I just can't figure this thing out. That's a belief. See, all those beliefs, listen, all those beliefs are nothing but thoughts. That's it. Think about it for a second. All those beliefs are thoughts. And those beliefs are called beliefs because you have what is called legs that support the belief. It's like a table. For a table to sit up, you have to have legs under the table, correct? And the more legs you put under the table, the less likely the table will fall. So many of you have these beliefs and you have all these supporting factors that support your belief, and it's disempowering. It doesn't even serve you. But you believe it. And you believe in it, and it makes you feel like shit. Like some of you believe that you got to have a job. Like you don't want the job, obviously. But you're like, well, I got to do it. And you have all supporting beliefs, supporting thoughts that keep that belief there. Well, I don't want to sleep on the street. Well, I got to take care of my family, right? These are supporting ideals that support the belief. And what I'm sharing with you is you can change all of that. Okay? Like it can all be changed, everything. And guess what? You can do it. How, Wes? The fastest way is meditation, because see, I can tell you right now, hey, just listen, this is what I want you to do. I want you to change your meaning as it relates to your life. I want you to see your life as better. See your life as a blessing. See your life as rich and wealthy and be grateful. Like I can say that to you, but you won't do it. Like you'll do it on a call. Like you'll listen to me right now in your car or in your bed at home. You'll be like, yeah, Wesley, that makes sense. Yeah, but listen, that's not enough. That's you consciously saying that it makes sense. Consciously, you're like, yeah, that makes sense. I'm going to stop doing that. But you won't. You know why? Because you don't understand the you don't have a deep understanding of the unconscious mind. You have an unconscious mind. It runs the show. Okay? It's doing everything. The unconscious mind is running 95% of your decisions, the things you do, you don't do, the things that you fear, the things that you're motivated towards, the things that you believe. It's your unconsciousness. And one of the quickest ways to dissect and to divide and be able to influence the unconscious mind is meditation. Okay? It's meditation. I mean, it is what it is. Listen, meditation, and I know some of you are like, man, Wesley, it's so hard to meditate. It's so hard to sit there for 5 minutes and just do nothing. How many of you find it hard to meditate? Listen, some of the people that you follow and look up to, they meditate. Will Smith, Ellen DeGeneres, Oprah Winfrey, Tyler Perry, Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, they all meditate. They all meditate, okay? I wish more celebrities that you look up to would tell you their rituals and what they do, because you'll probably believe them. You won't believe me because, yeah, you like Wesley Virgin, but I'm not like a Kanye West or Jay-Z. I'm not like a Oprah Winfrey yet. right? But if you hear them saying, you might, well, maybe they got something, maybe I should meditate. See, the big issue with a lot of you, the reason why you won't do it consistently, because you don't see the value. Many of you say, well, I meditated and I fell asleep. I meditated and it didn't work. I meditated and I just kept thinking about all these negative thoughts. I meditated, I felt I was unproductive. Do you not understand this? That's more beliefs, okay? Do you not understand that? That when you say that about meditation, because, I have a meditation program called the Genie Script. Many people have purchased it, hundreds of thousands of people, right? And I always have one person to say, well, Wesley, I did your meditation, but, I have a ton of people that love it. They're doing it and they're getting results from it now. But it's always that one person that, well, Wesley, I did it. I don't know. It's just not working for me. And I'm like, how do you know it's not working? How do you know? When you plant a seed in the ground and you're expecting a tree, how do you know the seed is not growing? How do you know? You can't see under the ground, right? Unless you dig it up. If you dig it up, you ruin everything. And many of you, you're not giving the process to cultivate the desire. You're not giving it time. Does it make sense? Then at the same time, you're distracted, right? You listen to this, right? As soon as I go off and lay in my $10,000 bed, you're going to go back doing what you were doing before on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Snapchat, TV, radio, music. Yeah. You're going to default right back to that. Again, talking to your friends, your broke ass friends. Pookie, Ray, Hey, what you doing? You were doing it. Does that make sense? Listen. You have to disconnect your unconsciousness from what you think reality is. Everybody on this live here tonight has a reality like you do. You have what you think your world is. Okay? Everybody here, when they think about your life, everybody has a story. If I say, hey, tell me about your life, you're going to tell me a story. Everybody. And the question is, what type of story are you going to tell me? What type of story are you going to tell yourself? Are you going to tell me that shitty story that you continue to tell everybody? Well, I'm 28 years old. I don't know. I dropped out of school. I went to school for a couple of years, and now I'm working at Walmart. Yeah. Shoot, I didn't think I was going to have babies, but unfortunately, I'm 28 years old, and I got 5 kids, 3 kids, 2 kids, and I don't know what I'm going to do. Yeah, I know I should have went back to school, but I didn't go back to school, and now I'm stuck at this job, and I can't stand. I'm an admin assistant, and I don't know what to do with my life. Yeah, I'm 21 years old right now, and I'm like, oh, God, I hate school. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm a waiter. I'm a waitress, and I'm going to leave this piece of shit job, and man, I'm just looking for something to save me. Listen, I met this young lady. And, we were chatting. And it actually was, I'm not going to say the person's name, but it's not a big deal. But let's just say I was asking a young lady about her goals and dreams, she's like 25 years old, and I say, and she's graduating from college. And I think she's a singer. And I said, okay, well, you're a singer. Okay, cool. And what do you want to do? What do you want to do when you leave? What's the plan? She said, well, whatever comes my way. And my heart just broke. She said, whatever comes, whatever opportunity. Now, what What does that sound like to you? If a person says, well, whatever opportunity comes, I'm just going to take it. Whatever opportunities? That sounds like a person that is not clear with what they want. And this happens to so many young people. They just feel they got to take anything. Like if somebody throw a bone, you're like, well, I guess I got a bone. Throw you $1 up. I guess you just got $1. Instead of expecting and being very clear about what you want. And I said, what do you really want, young lady? What you mean whatever opportunity falls in your path? What if it's an opportunity you don't even want to do, right? That's not even paying any money. What do you want to do? Well, honestly, I want to promote my own music. Do it! She said, I want to promote my own music. I want to produce my own music. I want to have fans. I want people to listen to my artistry. And I said, do it! What are you waiting for? Validation? From me, your father? Who? But it happens to so many young people. You don't believe in yourself. You believe no one's going to listen to you. You believe no one's going to pick you up. You think no one's going to, like, you don't have any type of self-belief. This happens like from people from 15 to 30. They have no belief in themselves at all. And the only belief that you have is only from other people's validations. Listen, let me be very clear. Me, Wesley Virgin, I don't need anybody on this planet to validate me. Let me make that very clear. I don't need anybody to tell me that I'm great because I can say I'm fucking great. I don't need anybody to tell me that I'm handsome because I can say I'm handsome. I don't need anybody to tell me that I'm intelligent, that I'm smart, because I can say those things. I don't need anybody to tell me that I'm not going to be a billionaire, because I can tell myself every single day of my life until I die that I am a billionaire now. Does that make sense? Do you not understand your power? But see, this generation, God. I love the generation because many of you want something different, but you just don't know what to do. But you lack like self-belief. I'm sorry we're going on a tangent, but like I tell you on these rants, I speak from the heart. I'm not scripted. I don't write anything down. I just speak from how I feel because I feel that I'm speaking to some woman or some young man, a young lady or teenager like right now. Listen. This is the time to believe in yourself. You may say, well, how do you believe in yourself, Wes? You got to think about it. How do you think, listen, how do you think people believe in themselves? How do you think Money Mayweather believes in himself, even though the world is a big portion of the world, they can't stand the man? I love the man. He's great. 100%. See, I want to be like it. I want to make that money. Absolutely. I'm inspired by him. But a lot of people, they can't stand him. Donald Trump, they can't stand the man. Oh, I can't stand that. Oh, but he's a billionaire. And he was president. So obviously he did something right. Listen, I mean, Donald Trump is a great example. I mean, this man was just criticized, just stoned verbally to death, right? People can stand this man. And man, I mean, when I say that this man handled all that defamation, people talking about him, criticizing him, like the whole world, and he's standing tall with no problems. You're like, that's not a big deal. Because of self-belief. That's all what it is. Like Kanye West, he's another great example. I love the man. Many of you clown him. Oh, he's crazy. He's divorcing Kim and he's doing this, he's doing that, and he's acting out here and he's acting out. Listen, at the end of the day, this man's a billionaire as well. This man, the shoes that you talk about, but you wear shoes, don't you? You wear those little weird looking shoes too on your feet. I do. Some of you wear some of his little clothes as well. You listen to his music, don't you? But you're talking about him. He's a billionaire. You know why? Because he just believes in himself. That's it. He doesn't care if a million people don't agree with him. He said, this is what I believe, and that's it. And many of you, no one even know you. They don't even know who you are, and you have no belief in yourself. Like, listen, it's one thing to believe in yourself when a million people know you, when people throwing rocks on you and being internet bullies online, that's a challenge, because, people talking about you. Oh, you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't do this. Why are you not doing this? Why are you not doing that? And you still got to believe in yourself. But no one even know you. You still don't believe in yourself. Like, no one's criticizing you. No one's talking about you. No one teasing you. Maybe your friends, Pookie and Ray teasing you. Maybe your mom and your daddy, because every day you have a new dream and a new opportunity, right? But you still have no belief. Listen. The fastest way to believe in yourself is to tell yourself that you believe in yourself. I know it sounds too simplistic. It sounds too trivial, Wes. Wes, I love you, but come on, Wes, it got to be more than that. People ask me all the time, Wes, how do I believe in myself more? Tell yourself. Like, get your happy ass out of your bed, out your car, out your cubicle, from your job. Go to your mirror and tell yourself. Just say, hey, I believe in you. See, some of you grew up and you had parents that believed in you, build your confidence. So some of you, you can succeed a little bit faster than most people because you got that when you were young. Like me, when I was growing up, I didn't get any type of positive reinforcement. I just remember whoopings, and I remember criticisms, and, I don't remember anything that good, honestly, But, and I think most people are like me growing up, parents, they told you more about what you were doing wrong. So parents obviously didn't give it to you. Then you went to school, kids are just terrible. Jesus. Oh my God. Kids are insane, right? They talk about you. They tease you. They treat you like trash in school. I know, because my children, they go to all these different schools, and these children are brutal. They say exactly how they feel. They have no filter. You don't learn that until you turn 19, 20 years old. But, 12th grade and below, they have no filter. So they just killing and destroying these young people's, young children's self-esteem. They have no belief in themselves. They just talk about them like dogs, right? And then when you get older, then you're lost. And you don't know what to do. You try something, you're scared that it may not work. But what you're really afraid is that you're the type of person that can't make it work. So many of you start opportunities, you start businesses, and you think, well, that business wasn't right for me. Ha, ha, ha. Well, yeah, that opportunity, that just wasn't right for me. Give me my money back. That just wasn't right. Shut up. It wasn't a business. It was you, stupid. I'm not calling you stupid, all right? I love you. Some tough love tonight. People, they be like, oh, hey, Wes, hey, it didn't work for me. Can I get a refund? Wes, it just wasn't, it wasn't what I thought it would be. What did you mean? Because you had to work a little bit? The problem is you. It's you the problem. You. People hate that, by the way. They just can't stand it. See, no one wants to say, hey, I'm accountable. I'm not saying beat yourself up. I'm just saying take accountability that you probably didn't do the thing long enough, and make necessary sacrifices to make it work, period. It's your problem. Like, if you're not making $10,000 a month right now, that's your fault, period. Okay? If you ain't making $50,000, $100,000, that's your fault. If you've been working the same business, same company for 5 to 10 years, and you haven't had a $10,000 per month breakthrough yet, whose fault is that? You don't have 6 figures in your bank account? That's your fault. If you're 35, 40 years old and you still don't have six figures cash money in your bank account right now, that's your fault. That's all you. Okay? No one wants to hear that. If you're a grown ass man, 40 plus years old, and you still can't get your shit together, are you crazy? Like you have no money in your bank account and you grown 30 plus, still trying to figure it out. And you making excuses on how some shit's supposed to work out. No, the problem is you won't take accountability of the bullshit that you're doing that nobody sees what you're doing. Does that make sense? See, listen, one thing about mentorship, like when people get mentored, I can't see everything that you do all day long. I'm not there watching you. I can't see you, but you can see yourself. And you can see when you're bullshitting. You see when you playing the game, watching the game. You can see when you're doing something that's totally the opposite from what you say that you want in your desires. I mean, like I don't have to we don't have to, listen, let's be grown adults. Many of you know that everything that you do during your day is not aligned with the success that you talk about. Period. Be honest. Stop lying to yourself and saying, no, I'm working hard. No, I'm giving it my all, Wes. Shut up. No, you're not. You're not. Period. What would Kobe Bryant say? You know what I loved about Kobe, the fucking GOAT? Because Kobe was probably the hardest working man in the NBA. And I didn't even know the man, but just how he would talk and his demeanor, you could tell he didn't play. I watched some of his old videos when he was just playing on the court and he was talking to me. He said, you motherfuckers don't work hard enough. He's practicing. He said, you don't want it bad enough. You want to go to the club? I ain't going to no fucking club. I mean, he was cursing on this video on YouTube. He said, you don't want it bad enough. You want to cry. Go cry and sit on the fucking, I mean, this man was brutal, but he was a leader. And he was serious about being the best. You're just not serious. Like that man was serious about being the best. Like you would hear him speak on video. I mean, he was serious. Even when he would win a game, said, it's no time to celebrate. It's not over. It's not done. Is it done? And when he say, is it done? Do I have a championship? What if I don't have a championship? I don't care if I won 10 or 15 great games straight. It's not done. Let's go practice. Back to the gym. We don't celebrate. And a lot of you're not even working. Like, your work ethic is not. Oh, my God. Many of you, all of you, I truly believe, every human being on the planet has I believe this, and I know some people would disagree with me about this, but screw you people. And I'm talking about rich people right now. Rich people, you don't believe what I'm about to say, but screw you. Are you wealthy people out there? Listen, I truly believe that everybody on this live, on the planet, has the ability and the opportunity to be rich. I truly believe that. Many people would defer, they would disagree, but I know we all have the ability. And I know you've been through things that maybe I haven't been through. Maybe you live a certain place demographically on the planet where I don't live, but every man and woman has the opportunity. The opportunity means that you have a choice. That's all opportunity means. It's just a choice. Like we all have a choice to do it. We can decide. Everybody. As long as you have the mental capacity to think, everybody, doesn't matter where you live, doesn't matter who your family is, doesn't matter how poor you are, how wealthy, rich, average, mediocre, it doesn't matter. You can make the choice to say, I am going to be rich and I'm willing to do what's necessary to be here. Can I get an amen, please? Come on. Show me some love. I know you're getting goosebumps right now. We all have the choice. when I was sleeping on the air mattress, when I couldn't pay my car note and I couldn't pay my apartment bill, couldn't pay my cell phone bill, I still had the choice to be great and to work and to perfect my skill every day. Every day. I just had the choice. I had the choice when they repossessed my Ford Explorer. Okay, they repossessed that thing maybe 3 times. When they repossessed it, I still, even though I had to ride the Metro, which is the city bus here in Houston, Texas, and I'm like, I think I was like 25, 26 years old, I still had the choice to be rich. Does that make sense? Even when I came home one day to my apartment in the ghetto, and you know what the ghetto is, I don't need to explain that, and I went to my door and there was a lockbox on the door. Has anybody ever got a lockbox on their door? Well, that means you haven't paid your rent in 2-3 months. When I was locked out and I had to sleep on the floor of my next door neighbor, and he was an SA. My Mexican brothers, I love them to life because they took me in, let me sleep on the floor, gave me a little job to make some money. But even then, when I was on that floor, I still had the choice to be rich. Am I making sense? You get it now? When I filed bankruptcy. Yeah, I filed bankruptcy when I was like 25 years old. Like a dummy, right? Even when I filed bankruptcy, just ruined my credit, fucked it up. I still had the choice to be rich. Okay? The first, when people ask me, Wesley, what's the first step, Wes? You know, what's the first step to change my life? What's the first step, Wes? I'm in a tough situation. What's the first step, Wes? Just tell me. I'm a teenager. I'm 20. I'm 30. I'm in my 40s, man. I'm 50s. I mean, what's the first step? And the first step is to decide that it can happen to a man or a woman like you. That's the first step. To make a decision and have the belief that it can happen for you. Because if you don't believe it, like in the deepest part of you, if you don't believe that you can have this opulent life that you see these other people and myself have, like if you don't believe it, it doesn't matter how hard you work. It doesn't matter how hard you meditate. It doesn't matter what you do. If you don't believe it, it never pans out. Does that make sense? Ever. It doesn't matter. You can work 20 hours a day for 10 years. Okay? If you don't believe that you're destined for this lifestyle that I have, and I'm rich, by the way. And I give you the definition between rich and wealthy in a second. But if you don't truly believe that you deserve wealth, like deserve to be able to fly first class around the world and deserve to be in penthouses and have these beautiful wall-to-floor windows in your place and have all these luxurious cars and fly around the world whenever you want to and buy what you want. Like if you don't believe that you deserve that and that it's possible for you, doesn't matter how much work you do. Okay? It doesn't matter how much you sacrifice. If you don't believe it, it never happens. Okay? There's one unique trait that's very synonymous between all rich and wealthy people. They just believe in themselves. They believe in the crazy shit that they say that they're going to do. Even Steve Jobs said it. Steve Jobs. Rest in peace, Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs says that you gotta be foolish. He says, stay foolish. Which means you have to understand, if you're going to be the 1%, then 99% of people that you meet are not going to agree with you. They're not going to like you. They're not going to understand you. They're not going to be on your side. They're not going to support you. They're going to think you're insane. They're going to think you're crazy. 99% of people. Do you understand that? And I'm talking about the 1%. Like that just go to the 3%. Because the 1%, that's the billionaire. Like 3% with like the millionaires, or the 5%. Like, you understand that it's a lot of people on the planet. So think about 97% of people that you meet. They're not going to understand you. They're not going to understand how you think. They're not going to understand your desires. They're not going to understand why you're choosing certain pathway. They don't understand why you're sacrificing money when it sounds crazy. Stay foolish. But be serious about what you want. Okay? Stay foolish, but be serious about what you want. Comment that down below, please. I like that. King West, that's my quote. Stay foolish, but be serious about what you want. Me, I'm just serious. Okay? I'm willing to burn any bridge in my life. Women, I'll burn a bridge in a second with a girl. What a woman? Man, please. I'll burn a bridge with my parents. Listen, I even burn a bridge with my children, and I love them the most. If they can't get on board with my dreams and what I want to do, ain't no problem. Got no problem burning them. Like I take care of them and I feed them all the way up to 18 and say, okay, you got to go now. I ain't going to do it with you anymore because you don't get it. But luckily, I have some fascinating children, man. They believe in my dreams. They love it. And my children, they saw it happen. They saw Dad have all these ideas, have all these dreams. And you know what's great about my children? They believed in all that craziness. They believed it. They believed that they were going to travel here and travel there. They believed it when that was on the map. I swear to God, like I almost have tears in my eyes right now because I remember my baby Deasia helping me build a vision board, and she helped me print it out. She helped me cut the pictures. She helped me tape them to the board. I'll never forget this. I was at 3000 Sage Apartments here in Houston, Texas. It was a small 1-bedroom apartment. I didn't have much furniture or anything, but we did this together. And it took us about an hour or two to put it together. And he said, Dad, we're going to go there. We're going to go here. We're going to go here. And her just saying that made me believe that it was possible. And guess what, baby girl? We did it. David, we did it. So, my question to you is, what are you willing to do to get what you want? Like, what are you willing to give up? Are you willing to give up some of the pleasures in life? I get it. You know, everybody wants to feel good in life. I get it. That's why people do drugs. That's why they smoke. That's why they drink. That's why they have sex. That's why they play around. That's why they laugh with their friends. They go to happy hour. They go to concerts. They go to barbecues. They go to quinceañeras. They go to baby showers. They go to weddings. And, you know, I get it. You know, we always want to do something to make us feel good. But what are you willing to give up that's pleasurable now to get what you want later? See, I had a conversation with myself at the age of 31. Because if I was going to hold myself accountable, I knew I wasn't sacrificing. Listen, I knew I wasn't giving my all. I knew it. Like when I was 31 years old, I still had a job. I was making $200,000 a year. So I knew I didn't, you know, I knew I wasn't serious, right? Like I couldn't lie to myself. I kept telling myself I was, but I knew I wasn't. Let me tell you why I wasn't serious. Because if I was serious, I wouldn't have a job. Like if, you know, I used to say, oh, I believe in myself. Did I? Like, listen, if I truly believed in myself, then obviously I wouldn't be working for a person, right? If I believe, you know, when people say, hey, do you believe you can make it yourself? Yes. You believe you can start this company? Yes, I can. Well, quit your job. And that's what I did. And listen, I'm not suggesting anybody do that, okay? I don't want people writing blogs about me and saying that Wesley Virgin told everybody to leave their jobs, okay? That's just how I was feeling at the current moment, because I had to be honest with myself. And I could easily say that I believed in myself, but my actions didn't support what I was saying. And I just quit. And I said, you know what? Now today, everything that I do is going to be meant for my survival first, right? Because I got to make sure I have food and pay rent. So every day is a very crucial day for me. And I'll never forget the day when I quit my job. That's the day that I let all my friends go, by the way. You know, because I know some of you, it's very difficult for you to let your friends go and stop talking to them. Because you love Pookie and Ray Ray and Kanisha and Tamika and Rashonda and Sharon and Karen. I get it. You love them girls. You love them guys. But listen, the next day, I just, honest to God, true, I just deleted everybody out of my phone. You know, I just really just got rid of everyone. Because when I quit my job, nothing mattered anymore to me, aside from making money. Period. You know, it's funny when you lose things in life. You know when you lose your job, you know when you're living a good life and all of a sudden you lose your job and everything stops in your life. And the only thing you're thinking about is replacing your job. Does that make sense? Like, you won't go out anymore. You won't go clubbing. You won't go out with the girls. You ain't going shopping. You ain't going on these old fake ass vacations that I ain't paying for. Listen, only thing you gonna do is you got to get a job. I get some money. I can't do that. I don't got no time. So what I did, I put myself in that situation. I challenged myself. And I'm not going to lie, it was tough. It was tough because I just didn't have a lot of money. The money was gone. It was depleting from my bank account. I was losing money every day, investing and paying bills, and money is just gone, and money is not being replenished in the bank account. But I kept going. Okay. Some of you smoke weed, you know. Think how much money you spend on weed. Think how much money you spend on cigarettes and alcohol. You don't think about it, do you? Yeah, most people don't. You know, and the majority don't. Like 97% of people, they don't think about the frivolous purchases that they're making on the daily basis and talk about how they don't have money. Oh, I have no money, but you got cigarettes. Oh, I have no money, but you got a drink in your hand. I ain't got no money, but you're drinking beer, alcohol. I don't got no money, but you vaping. Where all that stuff coming from? I don't got no money, but you got Gucci shoes on. Some of you got Gucci shoes on, not even real Gucci, fake Gucci. Some of you got Louis Vuitton, not Louis Vuitton, Louis Vuitton. Some of you got these fake ass gold chains on your neck, fake ass watches. It's insane. But all these people broke. Oh, I know, because when I sell my program for $10,000, all of a sudden no one has money. Oh, I don't have any money. Oh. You got that big old fake ass watch on your wrist. What you talking about? Stop it. Stop faking. Right? Like, if you're going to fake it, fake the attitude. Not the purchase system. Stop doing this fake stuff. Any questions for me? Listen, if you got any value here tonight, do me a favor. Tag Oprah below here. Oprah, thank you so much for being here tonight. I love you. Appreciate you. And thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak on your platform. Thank you. If you got value, comment below. I got value, Wes. Make sure you listen to this again. And listen to it until you get it. And you will get it, okay? I truly believe that repetition is the mother of skill. Anything that you see here over and over again, it will be a part of your unconsciousness. You got to keep listening to it, okay? Always. Questions for me, please. Any questions for me, please? Okay. I'm glad you guys got value here. Now go apply it. Somebody said a Gucci air mattress. Yeah. Yeah, so these people just faking it. Listen, you know, let me share something with you guys. Young people, slow down. When I say slow down, I know we live in a world that, things and fancy things are very desirable. And I get it. If you got a certain type of watch, got a certain type of chain, shoes, I get it. Car. People going to look at you differently because that's what you want. You want people to be like, oh my God, look at him. He got this. Ooh, I love your shoes. Ooh, I love your car. And listen, that does feel good. I'm not going to get it twisted. It feels good, people to admire you. But listen, slow down. What I mean, it's coming. It can come. You got to slow down. Like some of you are putting yourself in debt because you're trying to live this lavish lifestyle. You can't even afford it. You can't afford it. Like I didn't do that. Okay, I learned my lesson earlier. All right? You can't even afford the lifestyle that you're trying to live. You can't even keep up with it. Trying to keep up with the Joneses and the Virgins. Slow down. Work. Perfect your craft. What would Kobe Bryant say? Slow down. Work. Perfect your craft. That's it. Okay? Spend several years on your craft, on one thing. Whatever that one thing is, choose it. Well, Wesley, what if I don't know what it is? Decide. You can decide tonight what it is. Okay? What did you do to get out of your broke state of mind when you got your repossessed and got locked out? How did you get back on your feet? I don't know, man. When I lost my car and I lost my apartment, I just didn't care that much. Like, honestly, I just didn't care that much. I was like, well, okay, I lost my apartment. Okay, cool. I was just a person that I was like, okay, what's next? What's the solution? How do I fix this? I didn't give my time any time to be miserable. Like, what I'm going to do? Cry? Grown-ass man crying in front of my apartment door? No! I knocked on a couple of people's doors. Say, hey, can I... Hey, man, dude, I'm going through there right now. Can I sleep on the floor? That's what I did. What I'm going to do is, like, sit on my front door and cry myself to death or call somebody and say, you won't believe what happened. Man, they kicked me out. I can't believe they kicked me out. I told I was going to pay them. But I'm not going to do that bullshit. That's stupid. That's insane. And this is before I was educating myself, reading books. Like, I was just like, well, I just got to solve the problem. So my advice to you, you just got to solve it. Right? Period. Do you really need to have a mentor? No. But if you do have one, you better thank God. Because it makes the journey easier, It really does. Like, think about Ariella. Ariella, because she made $1 million without me? Sure. Was it easier to do it with me? Absolutely. Yeah, I made it very easy for her to make $1 million. Okay? Under my mentorship. What I'm saying is not necessary, but if you get the opportunity to get one, you better thank God that you have one. And you need to relax. I know people, listen, I've had people that work for me. Like my last assistant. And young man, 27 years old, young. And he quit. He basically quit and just, it blew my mind. Like people were killed to have mentorship from me or to work closely with me. And this man said, well, as I don't see the value, I don't know what you do, how it's going to align what I'm trying to do as electrical engineer. And I just think I got to make more money than $10 an hour. And he didn't realize that what I was giving him, just being around me, was invaluable. But he didn't see it. And I'm not going to say he's not going to be a millionaire. I'm not going to say he's not going to be successful. But what I'm going to say is this, it's going to take him longer. Much longer than it would be just being with me. The problem with him, he was impatient. And a lot of you young people, you're just impatient. You want everything yesterday. And that's why you lose. And you don't realize that you're going to lose until years pass. In 5 years, you'll be in the same type of situation. Exactly where you are. Okay? So what I'm saying, if you ever got the opportunity to have a mentor, man, you better keep it, work for free, do whatever you got to do. And stay there. I don't care if it's 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, do it. because you're learning so much, it'll blow your mind. You just don't realize what you're learning unconsciously. And what you're understanding is this person's belief. See him, like my assistant, I used to get on his ass all the time. Because me, I expect fucking perfection, period. You work with me, I expect you to know your shit. Like me, I just know my stuff. I'm not a perfectionist, but I know my stuff. Like in the internet world, I just know my stuff. I'm a beast. I'm a body fisher, the chess expert. Like I'm a beast when it comes to online stuff. So I expect you to be a beast too in what you do. And if you're not, I'm going to get on your ass. And he didn't like it when I would get on his ass, right? Because it make him feel in a very subservient position. He felt weak. But I'm the teacher. I'm teaching you things. I'm showing you that everything counts. I remember, listen, I said, when you work here, you work for me, you should put a suit on. Okay? Put a suit on. Look good. Look professional. You're coming in this building, it's very professional people here, many people who are CEOs. Like in my building where I live, it's no rent less than $3,000 a month, period. Like if you don't got $3,000 a month, you're not going to stay here, period. And $3,000 a month is like a studio apartment, so it's cheap. Okay? Period. And I said, when you work, you said, well, Wesley, I don't want to wear a suit. I got to go to school. I got to do this. And he just gave me an excuse of why he can't do it. And when I was teaching him, I said, young black man, he was a black man, right? Black man. I said, you got to set yourself apart. Okay? You can't be like everybody else, dressing regular and average. Yeah, I'm not saying that what he was wearing was terrible, but man, you got to be above average. You got to think that way. Black man, put a suit on, look sharp. You don't even need to have a suit jacket. Have a nice shirt, collared shirt, open at the top, slacks, nice shoes. Look nice when you come here. Why? Because you don't know who you're going to meet. You don't know who you're going to see. But he didn't see it. He didn't see the value. He's like, well, I don't think that really matters. I got to go to school after this, and I don't want to wear a suit when I go to school. I'm like, failure. Like in my mind, I'm just thinking like, just failure. You just don't get it. And what I was teaching him is how to set himself apart from the average person that he was. And it is what it is. He was average, but he didn't know it. Like many of you think you're not average, but most of you are average individuals. You just don't know it yet. You know why you don't know it? Because you're hanging around average I almost said it. Yeah, that's why. You're hanging around average people all your life, all day long. So you think you're above average. Okay? And I'm telling you not. Period. You average. You're not above average. Okay? I like to wear a suit in school. That was good, Georgia. He said, I love to wear a suit in school. Exactly. You should. But a lot of you are average, man. You think people hate when they hear the word average. All right, I'm not average. I'm not average. I'm above average. I'm not average. Okay. You are average. I mean, it is what it is. Do you think average people have jobs? I mean, think about it for a second. Right? Look, think about the NBA, right? Obviously, if you make it to the NBA, that's freaking amazing, right? Just to make it to the NBA. But even in the NBA, you got average people that you'll never know. Like it's people that play in the NBA right now. They make $1-2 million a year. You don't even know these people. We'll never know them. Ever. Because they just average. Yeah. But, I mean, as it relates to other people, they're not average. But in the NBA, they're average. Does that make sense? It's different levels, man. And it's always based off who you spend your time with. Who you listen to. Many of you, you know why that young man quit? Because he was uncomfortable and he couldn't take it. He was weak. And he probably listened to me right now. Listen, young man, I love you, man. But you were just weak. You couldn't take it. Be honest. You just couldn't take it. You couldn't take it. Because I'll make him do everything. Do this, do this, do this. Why did you do this way? Why didn't you check on this one? And I'm making him sharp. That's what I'm doing. The reason why I'm worth $40 million, because I'm fucking sharp. Okay? I'm a beast. Super intelligent. Right? That's why. And that's what I was trying to do to the young man. But he wasn't ready. He wasn't ready. Any questions for me, young people here? Is everybody getting values? Did I hurt anybody's feelings here tonight? If I did, it's okay. Get over it. Honestly. Like, get over it. You know, I know some people say, I'm gonna unfollow you, Wes, because, you know, I don't like how you speak. I don't like how you talk. You're too emotional. You scream too much. You're too passionate, and you hurt my feelings. Well, leave. Bye. Unfollow. Okay? Because you just don't want to deal with yourself. You don't want to deal because I'm right about you. You hate it. You want to live in a world that everybody tells you that you're great, you're beautiful, you're amazing, you're so smart, I like you, you're wonderful, you're amazing. You better wake up. Okay? That's just not how it is. Okay? Questions? What's the best way to deal with indecisive emotions? Easy. Make a decision. That's it. That's what you do. Start making small decisions first. How do you decide, or do I say find what you love? So how do you find what you love? Easy. Just listen. If you don't know what you love, oh God, I'm trying to be nice here. Listen. Think about what you like to do, okay? Just think about it for a second. What do you like to do? And I get it. Some of you say, well, I just want to be lazy, Wes, and do nothing, and sit on the couch all day and watch movies and play video games and have sex and masturbate. No, you can't do that. I'm sorry. Think about what you can do. Because guess what? Everybody's not going to have the opportunity to do what they love. It is what it is. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm just going to be honest with you. In life, you're not always going to do what you love. You know, very fortunate people, it's an obligation to do something, but it's a more obligation to do something. It's a luxury to do what you love. Okay? Does that make sense? And unfortunately, everybody's just not going to do what they love. It's just not going to happen that way. It's just not everybody. There's some people that make millions of dollars, they don't necessarily love what they're doing. Okay? There's a ton of them. Some people, they love what they're doing. So what I'm saying is, you got to choose something. And maybe when you choose something, you make some money, then you're able to figure out and find out what you love to do, right? It's a discovery process. The key is you got to discover what it is, okay? Honestly. And I know everybody's like, well, yeah, what do I love? What do I love? I got to be passionate about it. But you might not necessarily, I'm telling you, I'm going to be honest with you. You might not, what's going to be your call to fame or make your millions? It may not be something that you love to do. It may not. But it's your moral obligation to do something. You just can't sit there and sit on your damn hands and do nothing. You got to do something. It's your moral obligation to do something. Period. Not just to sit there and do nothing. Okay? It's a luxury to do something that you're passionate about or that you really love to do. But your moral obligation to do something. And what I'm going to tell you, go do something. Start a YouTube channel. Be an affiliate marketer. Sell digital products. All right? I'm giving you a few things. Go sell something. Like, listen, one skill that you need to have as young people is you need to learn how to sell. Stop looking for a job. If you're going to look for a job that requires you to sell. Because you need to sell is like probably the one skill that entrepreneurs have. Successful ones, they know how to sell. They know how to communicate. So get a sales job. Go get a job that's going to pay you based off of your progression. Not by the hour. I mean, can you imagine making $10 an hour? I know what you're thinking, Wes, I make $10 an hour. Yeah, I'm like, why? You know, can you imagine making $20, $15 an hour? That's nothing, man. Can you put gas in my car? Put gas in the other day, $100. Come on now. Money, a lot of you, that's like a whole day of work. Gas is $5, I think, a gallon right now. It's insane. Hey, if you want to go live with me, you can go live since we hit over 100 people. If you want to go live with me, I'm willing to go live with you right now. Okay. So much value, right? If you just got here, listen to it again. Yeah, sales is king. Wesley, I love to network with the rich and successful people. How can I make money doing that? Just networking. I really love networking. Any practical advice? Yeah, but how do you define networking? Do you define networking by just talking to people? Like, sell them something. If you like talking to them, sell them something. Okay. What's next? I look forward to my feelings hurt. How else will I wake? I don't understand. Okay, all right. I'm looking for questions here. How can I do what I know I have to do, but I don't do it? Well, I mean, look at what you just wrote, Kenny. You don't do it because you haven't decided to do it. Once you decide to do it, you'll do what you already know that you should do. Does that make sense? Thanks, Brian. Brian, I appreciate that. He says, I'm obsessed with your rants. How many of you, and be honest, did you love these rants? And the more that you love these rants here, I would do more of them. Honestly, I will. I'll do more. Even when Oprah reaches out to me and say, hey, Wes, I want to do a book deal with you. Or Wes, I want to do a co-host deal with you with these rants so we can televise it in front of hundreds of millions of people. I'm still going to do these rants for you, okay? Always. Books you recommend for someone looking to read avidly? Well, it depends on what you're trying to read. I mean, I suggest Breaking the Habits of Being Yourself, Think and Grow Rich, How to Win Friends and Influence People, Secrets of a Millionaire Mind. There's just so many books out there. Depend what you're trying to do here. Oh, thank you so much, Miss Black Pearl. I love you for that. The best live ever. I love it. Wow. Thank you, guys. I can't live without the rants. Well, we'll continue to do them for you. And thank you for sharing these rants and smashing the love and spreading the word about the rants, because I'm going to do more of them and more people will begin to join. Hundreds of thousands, if not millions. I'm trying to get my pillow, trying to get comfortable over here. Thank you, Giorgio. I appreciate that. He says, I think you're doing something incredible, Wes. Absolutely. It's my purpose. How about books on digital marketing? Read every book on Dan Kennedy and John Carlton, okay? And Russell Brunson as well. Let me see here. And make sure you turn on your notifications, young people. It's important. Turn on your notifications so you don't miss out on the rants. Turn them on for Wesley Virgin. You don't want to miss this stuff. I've had so many people just based off the rants. They didn't buy my product at all, right? They didn't buy my meditation. They didn't buy any mentorship. The rants allowed them to not only quit their job, but to be independently wealthy. Okay. I get emails every week. I say, your rants, man, they were just life-changing for me. I quit my job. I had a single mom from Arkansas. She has 2 children, and she was a waitress. And she did pretty good because she's cute, pretty girl and pretty woman. And now she runs a digital marketing company. She's in Shopify. She does $15,000 a month now. She said it was just her rants. And I don't even do Shopify. It just something in the rants gave her the belief that she can do it, and she did it. I got stories like that for days, actually. Yeah, John Carlton. Just look him up. You're welcome. Yeah, this is very authentic. I mean, this is the real me. It's just, I I'm letting you guys know what the deal is. Yeah. Yeah, I'm worth $40 million, but who cares about that, right? I'm just going to give you the raw facts and what it takes. It takes a lot, huh? It does, to make that milli. But it's not impossible. Any more questions for me? If you want to go live, let me know. Oh. Stephanie, let's go live with Steph. She's unable to join. Do we have any ladies that want to go live here? Yeah, Dan Kennedy, Russell Brunson, John Carlton. Just look them up online. You're welcome. What's up, No Man? No Mandy, how are you? If you want to go live, you know how I rock ladies first. Okay, always ladies first. All right, always. It's always ladies first. Let's go, ladies. Go live here. The Amen will get you next. You changed my life, Wes. I wanted to commit suicide, but you gave me hope and purpose. Much love. Next genetics. You the man, my man. And I'm glad you didn't try to kill yourself, brother, because we love you over here. This is a family. Don't leave the family, because I'm not going to any funerals, okay? Stop it. What are some daily habits you recommend besides meditation and reading? Some daily habits is learn to be grateful every day. Grateful. Two, have a positive mental attitude. Very important. Work out. Go to the gym. Exercise. Very important as well. All right, let me see. Ooh, do we have any ladies that want to go live here tonight? Let's see here. Ladies first. Always ladies first. Always. You hear me? Always. Siempre. For my Espanol speakers. Let's see here. All right, any more questions for me, folks? All right, I guess everybody's good to go. But thank you again for joining the live here tonight. I'm proud of you. Okay. And do you know about NFTs? Yeah, but I don't currently do it. But like I was saying, I'm proud of you. Proud of all of you for not giving up. And not throwing in the towel. It's very simple to do that. Hey, Beverly. Hey, Keena. But I just want you to know I'm proud of you. Keep doing what you're doing. Well, no, hold up. Keep taking risk. Keep listening to these rants until you're compelled to do something different or begin to sacrifice those things that are pleasurable and just realize that, well, for a couple of years, you may need to go through the struggle or to a place that's very unfamiliar. But I'm here to tell you, and I want you to listen close. Everything that you're going through, all the struggle, all the vicissitudes of life, the adversities, the challenges, the problems, everything that you're going to go through, doesn't matter your age, it's worth it. Okay? Like once you get here, where I am, and I'm living my best life, it's going to be worth it. Trust me. It's going to be so worth it. I know right now you don't feel, you can see maybe, oh, it's not, I'm here to tell you it's worth it. Okay? Like everything that you're going through right now, it's going to be worth it. Trust me. It's going to be so worth it. So I'm here to tell you to continue down the path until you hit the finish line. This is Wesley, $1 Billion Virgin. Much love, and let's go.